you to listen carefully, viejo. No one schedule stars, no fucking bullshit, man.
Again and you're done.
So don't be stupid.
The unbelievable true story of the Mule starts way back in 2005. Picture this: a massive, sprawling garden filled with the most incredible flowers. This is the domain of Earl Stone, a Korean War veteran whose obsession with horticulture has made him a ghost to his family. He's so focused on his plants that he's essentially forgotten everyone he loves. His wife is gone, and while his daughter and granddaughter still hold on to hope, his priorities are a mess. Just as his daughter, Iris, is about to get married, Earl is scheduled to receive a Lifetime Achievement Award. He's so thrilled about the award, he completely misses Iris's wedding. Waiting heartbroken, Iris finally tells her mother, "You were right about him." To her, Earl doesn't care about anyone, and she wants him out of her life permanently. Meanwhile, Earl is basking in the glow of his award, but a stark warning cuts through the celebration. His old-school, offline business is dying. The digital age is coming for his flowers. Earl doesn't want to hear it. He retreats to his beautiful home in his garden, convinced things will be fine. Fast forward to 2017. The change he ignored has decimated his life. His business is totally ruined. The magnificent garden? Empty. His house? Falling apart. Earl is completely broke. But even in this disastrous moment, the former soldier didn't surrender. He took a desperate loan to save his business, a loan he couldn't repay. The bank comes calling, seizes his house, and leaves him with nothing but his old car. Earl packs his belongings into the vehicle and drives straight to his daughter's place. There, he runs into his granddaughter, Jeannie, Iris's daughter. Jeannie is ecstatic to see him. She's about to graduate and offers him a place to stay, a genuine lifeline for the now homeless veteran. But the happiness is short-lived. His wife, Mary, and Iris arrive. Seeing his packed car, Mary immediately understands. He's lost everything and is now looking for a handout. She explodes, "You couldn't remember us for all those years. But now that you have nowhere to go, you show up here." Jeannie steps in quickly, pleading with her, pointing out that today is her pre-wedding celebration and she desperately wants her grandfather to be there. Mary doesn't budge. She screams at him to get out, declaring he is not family. With the party guests watching and laughing, Earl is crushed, realizing Mary is right. This disaster is his fault. Defeated, he walks back to his car. That's when a young man approaches him. "You look like you need work," the boy says. "Is that old car dependable? Will it break down?" Earl proudly insists, "Never. This car has never let me down. It'll take me anywhere." The boy smiles and hands him a card. The offer? A courier job, but not a typical one. It promises unbelievable money. Desperate and out of options, Earl drives to the address. What he finds is terrifying: armed men everywhere. He immediately knows this is criminal, but the men see a perfect, unassuming candidate, an old man nobody would suspect. They lay out the rules. They will hide a package in his car. He drives to a specific location, leaves the key, and walks away. When he returns, the cash will be waiting. The number one rule? Never open the bag. Earl agrees. Humiliated and desperate, his self-esteem is at an all-time low. The bag is loaded and he drives off. Just a few hours later, Earl arrives at the location, follows the instructions, and returns to his car. The package is gone, replaced by an envelope stuffed with cash. Earl is stunned. This single delivery earned him the money he'd spend a whole year trying to make. Elated, he returns home, buys sharp new clothes, and arrives at Jeannie's pre-wedding. He funds the entire decoration and even sets up an open bar for all the guests. Jeannie is thrilled and thanks him publicly. However, Iris and Mary remain cold. Earl is genuinely happy for the first time in ages. Soon, he buys a brand new vehicle and drives it to his employers. They are delighted. This old man is clearly a golden goose. Earl talks and learns the truth. He's working for the cartel. They give him a new phone, new instructions, and load the next package. Meanwhile, we meet Agent Warren Lewis at the DA office. Warren is pulling his hair out trying to understand how the cartel is moving so many drugs. To crack the case, he's called in a specialist, Agent Colin Bates, an expert in his field. Colin is tasked with finding the source of the immense flow of drugs both in and out of the city. Colin's team begins surveillance on a key man named Lewis, who is constantly handling large amounts of cash. They eventually raid his house, finding drugs and the money. At the station, they pressure Lewis, telling him he's facing life in prison. Colin offers the deal, turn informant and provide inside information on the cartel's movements. Lewis immediately agrees, he has no choice. With his newfound fortune, Earl pays off his loan and reclaims his house, saved. He then visits his fellow retired soldiers at their social club, which has been destroyed by a fire. The manager explains that the insurance company won't help. Earl feels awful and decides he must help his old friends. He goes for his third delivery. The cartel is thrilled with him and loads double the amount into his car, handing him the usual disposable phone. After driving for a bit, curiosity gets the better of him. Earl pulls over and opens one of the bags. He knew it was something illegal, but he's still shocked by the sight of massive bricks of cocaine. He quickly closes the bag just as a sheriff pulls up behind him. The sheriff asks what he has. Earl, a master of comm, tells him it's just household goods and some food for his granddaughter. The sheriff notices his sniffer dog is agitated and moves to let the dog out. Earl has a split second to think. A war veteran, not just a simple man. Earl rubs bomb onto his hands, and as soon as the dog appears, he lets it sniff the bomb. The strong scent distracts the dog, causing it to overlook the drugs entirely. And Earl sails right through the checkpoint. Earl's war instincts are still sharp. This successful, record-breaking delivery of cocaine earns him his biggest payday yet. This feat gets the attention of the cartel's top boss, Lotto. He calls his enforcer, Julio, and says, "There's an old man, Earl, who is running the most consignment." Lotto is so impressed he decides to give Earl 110 kilograms of cocaine for the next run, but, because of the risk, he orders Julio to keep a close eye on him. Julio agrees. Meanwhile, Earl has spent a ton of his cash to rebuild the Veterans Club. The war heroes are ecstatic. Earl is now their local hero. He also pays for Jeannie's college fees and attends her convocation. Iris is still distant, but Mary seems to soften, seeing that he is genuinely working hard for the family. It's here Earl discovers a tragedy. Mary is very sick. Despite Mary's illness, Earl doesn't stop running. He prepares for his 8th delivery. This time, Julio is riding his bumper. Julio reminds him of the golden rule: do not stop the car for any reason. But on the road, Earl sees a family broken down on the side. True to his nature, he stops to help them. Julio is furious, but Earl simply ignores him. When Julio reports this to Lotto, the kingpin makes an astonishing decision. "This is what makes him special," Lotto says. "Let him work his way. No one else can match his delivery rate." On the DA side, Lewis delivers a crucial diary to Colin, detailing the drug routes. The agents spot a repeated name, El Tata, the cartel's code name for Earl. The diary shows this person is moving over 100 kilograms every single time. Colin is now convinced El Tata is the prime target. He rushes to Warren with the information. "We only know he drives a black truck, but we must catch him." Earl continues his work. He successfully completes his 9th delivery, setting a new record by bringing in 230 kilograms of goods at once. Lotto is so happy he throws a massive party for Earl and introduces him to everyone. They all laugh and joke, treating him like an old friend. Unfortunately, this new life is about to shatter. Lotto's people beat him up. A new boss is taking over the weakened cartel. The pressure on the DEA team is now immense. They have a route, a name, and a target, and the senior agents are furious that El Tata is still operating freely. Gustavo, the new boss, calls Julio and announces new rules. No more leniency. Julio must go explain these changes to the Mule, Earl. The next day, cartel men surround Earl's house and take him deep into the jungle. They tell him the boss has changed. The stopping and the delays? Those are over. Then they open a trunk. Inside is a dead body. He violated the rules, they state chillingly. Make one mistake and you're next. Earl is terrified. Colin, meanwhile, gets a new lead on the black truck's route. They set up surveillance and spot the vehicle. After a long chase, they finally pull it over. But the driver isn't Earl. It's someone else. Colin is empty-handed once again. The next day, Lewis calls with critical information. Earl is delivering again and staying at a specific hotel. The DA team surrounds the place and spots a burly man who looks drunk. Colin collars him immediately. Searching him, they find a pitiful 10 grams of cocaine. They search his car, nothing. Another miss. The camera then pans to the next room. Earl is there. He saw the whole scene and knows he dodged a bullet. The next morning, he's having coffee when he sees a tired man at the next table. It's Colin. They start talking. Colin is stressed about fighting with his wife. Earl offers truly human advice. Don't make my mistake. I let the distance grow and I got divorced. Family is the most important thing in life. Don't let yours break. With that, he leaves. Earl is near the drop location when his phone rings. It's Jeannie. Mary is critically ill. You have to come to the hospital immediately. Earl doesn't hesitate. He breaks the rule and immediately turns the car around. He learns Mary has been sent home for her final moments. Earl rushes to the house, kneels by Mary, and tearfully apologizes for all his failures. Mary forgives him, happy he is with her in the end. The cartel is panicking, calling Earl constantly, but he won't answer. They decide the ultimate punishment. They will kill him. Lewis, the informant, hears this and calls Colin. El Tata still has the $1.2 million in cocaine, and the cartel can't find him. This is your moment. Warren, his boss, is ready to pull the plug on the investigation, but Colin begs for one last chance. Earl watches Mary pass away and attends the funeral. Iris, seeing her father's grief, finally breaks. With her mother gone, she has only him. She tells him she will wait for him at dinner. Earl promises he will be there. But he has one last job to do. He drives off, knowing he has to make the delivery. The cartel men are waiting. They find his car, pull him over at a gas station, and drag him out, beating him and demanding to know where he was. My wife died, Earl explains, showing them Mary's funeral card. This temporarily softens them, but they still have to report to Gustavo. The new boss's answer is brutal. My rules don't change. Kill him after the courier is secured. Colin, who has been monitoring the cartel's call, hears the order. He races to block the road ahead. Earl is caught. When Colin sees his face, he's stunned. It's the man from the coffee shop. Sitting in the car, Colin asks, "Do you have anything to say?" Earl replies, "No. I got what I deserved, but I am happy the money allowed me to spend time with my wife. I was there for her final moments." In court, his lawyer argues that Earl is a decorated, retired soldier who was financially desperate. But Earl cuts him off. He stands up and delivers a powerful human moment. What I did was wrong. I am a criminal, and I should be punished. The courtroom falls silent as Iris and Jeannie weep. The judge sentences him to jail. As he's taken away, Earl tells Iris, "Time is the most precious thing. I didn't come to you when I had time, and now I can't spend time with you." Earl, now 90, goes to prison, where he tends a small garden. He dies 2 years later. Friends, this incredible film is based on a real-life incident. If you loved this deep dive and the story of the oldest drug mule in America, then like it, share it, and hit that subscribe button for Cinemaned. Thank you for watching.